guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here with another collage masterboard. Now this one has been collaged onto some craft coloured paper. It's a sheet of 12 by 12. So it's ideal for obviously making into tags because the back is plain. And yeah, I have been lacking a little bit of crafty mojo lately. So I've been kind of going back through my missing your crafty mojo motivational, you know, craft motivation and inspiration videos. I did a series on that oh gosh, ages ago, about a year ago or more. And there was one that was making tags. It was using inspiration. I'm just looking at my iPad so I remember what I called it. It was finding inspiration from others. And it was making a tag from inspired from Marami's Small Art, Marta over at Marami's Small Art, and it was a tag with sort of bits hanging off of the tag. So I thought, let's come along and maybe make a couple of those style tags. So I've got here some of my fussy cut pieces, my die cut pieces that I sell in my shabbydabbydoodah.co.uk website. I'll just sprinkle them out. As you can see, it's a kind of pinky, reddy, brownie themed collection. So, and I must just quickly point out, if you want any of these, or you know, if you purchase any of these, they are on a potluck basis. So they tend to be done by colour themes, but I cannot guarantee the colours that you get. I've got all different colours, you know, browns, blues, greens, pinks, you know. I can't guarantee what colour you're going to get, I'm afraid. But yeah, I thought that we would come along and just play with this one because, of course, it's going to kind of complement my masterboard quite nicely. So first things first, I want to cut out a couple of tags, obviously, to use for this project. So I need to decide what way round I want to have my tag. So this one, I might just take this portion here. Just cut into that. Okay. Oops. And just cut that down there. Okay. Right. Okay, and shall I do another one while we're here? So whilst we've got it here, I might do one here, I think. So, yeah. Now, I really like a big tag, so, you know, that's why I'm cutting mine quite large. Obviously, you know, if you're doing this and you prefer small things, you do not have to cut your tags as large as this. And likewise, you know, my fussy cut pieces, they're all going to be, hopefully, you know, good ratio to the size of the tag, if you see what I mean. Now these fussy cuts, they are all available in my Etsy shop. So of course, if you bought these as digitals, you can print them out, you know, have a small that you want. So if you make smaller things, you can print them, you know, two pages to a page, 4 pages to a page, you know, and so on. So, you know, if you don't like your pieces as big, obviously they don't have to be as big. Just going to glue this down because it's just a little bit of a straggly piece of paper there. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Come on, come on, come on. Okay, right. Okay, so I'm just going to make this more tag shape now by obviously trimming in my corners. I might just trim up this edge slightly. I mean, this was the straight edge, so to be honest, I'm probably making a mistake cutting it down because I'm taking what was a straight edge and now probably making it quite wonky. And then I'm just going to cut my corners, one there, turn that over and cut the other corner down like that. Okay, so that's that tag, and then let's do the same with this one. So obviously this one, it's narrower, it's taller, so yep, straight away we've got a bit of a different look going on. Just again, trim the bottom. Okay, oh gosh. Obviously got a problem with my ability to do any form of straight cutting today, but let's not let that bother us. Okay, so flip my corner over like that. Okie dokie. Right, let's get rid of all my bits of scrappy paper now. Okay, so I think the first thing I want to do is probably ink around the edges of the actual tag bases themselves. Oh my goodness, every time I cut this I'm making it actually wonkier and wonkier, to be honest. That is not very good, is it? Right, so let's pull in my, this is just my vintage photo. So yeah, just go round the edge of that tag. Love the colours in this tag, they're quite rich and yummy, aren't they? And we've got a variety of some genuine vintage, you know, book page, and I think this is vintage document and sheet music, and then printable papers there. So got a bit of a mix there of stuff going on. Okay. Looking gorgeous so far, aren't they? Loving them so far. So yeah, I quite like this. I did pull this in just now just because it's just lovely, isn't it? This is from my Great Expectations kit, but oh my goodness, isn't it just gorgeous? So I'm going to ink up the backs of these, not everywhere, but the backs that are going to be hanging over, because obviously, you know, I'm here making hanging over stuff, you know, hanging over style tags. So of course, anything that's going to be hanging over, I want to obviously then put, you know, hanging over, if that makes sense. So let's just have a look and see. I mean, if I recall, when I did make the tag in the other video, I had a lot of stuff. I'm just going to play the video. It's on mute, so you won't be able to hear it, but I just want to kind of double check what I was doing so as I do similar. So I had a lot of things going on that tag. So a lot of kind of layering up and different, well, different layers basically. So yeah, we can do that kind of thing. Now, I probably wouldn't have two straight things going off there because that to me looks a bit strange. I mean, we could have that kind of in the side. No, maybe not. Oh, we could even have the window on there. Oh, well, perhaps I'll have the window on this one actually. Let me just ink this up a little bit. This is just from my Shabby Shutters collection. Aren't they just so pretty? Right, this is from my shoes set 2. Oh my goodness, loving that with that, I think. Just double check. I mean, to be honest, I love those shoes so much that they're one of those things that they just look good everywhere you put them, to be honest. So yeah, it's hard to say, you know, which one I prefer them on. Got quite a few nice circle pieces. Oh, could have like, let's just check. Let me just ink this up a bit. So we could have this more squished up. So yeah, less spread out, more squished up, I think would be better. So something like that. This little label piece. I was going to put it over here, but actually I think it looks better over here. Do we want that under the tag? Yeah, under the tag, I think. Maybe that there. So again, just going to ink the underneath. Did I ink the underneath of that label piece? Don't think I did. So yeah, let's just ink that. It's just so that, you know, from the reverse of the tag then, everywhere where you've got something hanging off, it's not just looking really, you know, bright white. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is going to look nice on here, isn't it? Just again ink the back of that, the you know, the portion that's going to be hanging over. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to blow my nose. I seem to have come out with a cold today, which is annoying. Oh, let's have that shoe there. So again, just ink the portion that's going to be, you know, dangling off at the side. Whoops, like that. That would actually make quite a nice tab, wouldn't it? Weirdly enough. Maybe on that tag. Do we want to have any circles or anything on this one? I'm just going to ink this one up. Want it to look quite in such a diagonal line, which we've definitely got that going on here, which is probably not great. So yeah, probably. Oh, now it's all clustered around the middle. I've gone from one extreme to the other. Well, I guess not everything has to be overhanging, does it? You know, I'm kind of now like, oh, everything must be overhanging. Well, it doesn't really, does it? Not every single thing. So yeah, maybe something more like that, I think. So let's just check whether we want to have a... Okay, whoops. Let's just pop this down. So we're not having this overhanging now. We had started out we were going to, but I'm just going to pop it down straight instead. Not straight, you know, flush. Not flush, but... on the tag, fitting on the tag is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, like that. Okay. Oops, I did not ink that portion of the circle that's going to be hanging off. Okay, like that. Okay. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's better. So I'm just going to glue this down. Now, I'm not sure whether this is going to be completely in or a little bit. Maybe just a little tiny bit overhanging like that. Okay. And we pop this one down. Like that. Okay. Press that down. Loving how this looks. It's gorgeous colours, isn't it? And then the shoe we can have, you know, just overhanging as well. So now I've got to be a bit careful because there's not going to be much of the shoe overhanging, just a tiny bit. Okie dokie. Like that. Okay. Like that. Okay, right, let me just pop a little bit of extra glue on here because I hadn't quite, you know, put sufficient glue down. Okay, what do we think? Yeah, I'm quite liking that. Yeah, I do quite like that. Now, I think in my, you know, when I did this previously, I put an eyelet in the top, and I can't remember whether it was ribbon or sari silk, and the video's now disappeared from the screen. Yeah, so should we have an eyelet on this one? My yeah, these big eyelets. I do try and hoard these, to be honest, because they're so gorgeous, aren't they? But yeah, this will look lovely with this. So let's just squish this down. Oops. Oh, come on. Okay. Oh, yummy, yummy. How nice does that look? Now, wondering if we should have a bit of lace or anything. Oh, do you know what I've just suddenly thought? What would look lovely, actually, is some sari silk. Let me just grab some from behind my desk. Ruffled up. Ruffled at the bottom of this. So, right. Okay, let's bring some sari silk in. Oops, just need to separate that from the other bit. Okie dokie. Okay, right. Get rid of this, put it back behind my desk. Yeah, oh my goodness. I'm kind of like, oh, this is going to look so pretty just with them. Oh, just with the sari silk ruffled up across the bottom of that tag. How gorgeous is that going to look? Right, let's move this out of the way. I'll just finish this tag off first and then we'll come back to that other one. By which time all my bits will have been moved and I won't be able to remember what it was that I was thinking I was going to do, but never mind. Right. Oops. So let's just squish this up. Okay. There we go. And then the final little bit. Like that. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look so gorgeous? Absolutely what it needed, wasn't it? That just finishes that off so beautifully. Right, let's see if I can just use this. Oops. Don't know whether I'll be able to tie a bow out of this, whether it's actually not long enough. I mean, to tie a bow, you do need sort of an incredibly long bit, I find. And sometimes, you know, I mean, this isn't what's happened here. You know, this was not a very long piece of sari silk. By the time I've ruffled it up, there wasn't much left. But sometimes I have made the mistake where I'm just being a bit stingy and I've cut not a long enough piece of lace or, you know, ribbon, whatever it is I'm using, and then I can't tie the bow. That's not the case there. Like I say, it was just, that was all that was, but it isn't really long enough. So let me just bring in this piece, and then obviously I can just cut it down sort of accordingly. Oops, come on, put that through. Okay, oops, got some blue threads there. Okay, yeah, I mean, sometimes it's false economy, you know, kind of you cut down, say, a ribbon or lace or something, and you think, oh, you know, that will do. And then actually what happens, it's not long enough, and so you end up having to cut more. You know, it's better to be kind of slightly more extravagant in the first place and end up with a piece that you can actually use. It's sort of less wasteful. So there we go. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely love it. Obviously could spread that sari silk out a little bit because it's quite, you know, squished in. So yeah, could make that wider. Oh, oh my goodness, isn't this gorgeous? So yeah, let's just quickly do a little dab of glue to just hold that in place. That one, and then this. Okay. Oh my goodness, what a gorgeous tag. So yeah, we've got our little hangy pieces over the edge, and as you can see where we inked them, they're not just glaring white, you know, they're pretty, aren't they, over the other side. Right, so let's put that to one side. Right, let's do the other one. Right, all my pieces have now moved around, so I have to kind of place them back and remember how we had kind of thought that we would have them. So I'm thinking like this, maybe with the little rosebud there, and then up here we could maybe have Oh, what about over there? Let me just ink this flower up a bit. If we could have that hanging over a little bit. Of these bits. Yeah, that looks very pretty, doesn't it? So I'm just going to again ink that back side of the flower. Pop the glue on here. I'm going to try and have that leaf actually on the tag, because otherwise I feel like that's quite a small, you know, potentially sort of vulnerable point to have hanging off, because it's just, you know, very small. Okay, and then let's pop the window down. So again, just want to ink the portion that will be hanging off. Okay. Like that. Okie dokie. So, yep. Like that. And then we've got our circle. Oh gosh, didn't realise I hadn't inked any of the pieces, you know, on the reverse. So we're having the circle, and then we're going to have the shoe off to this side. Now, do we need that circle overhanging there, or do we want the circle kind of in more? Let's just double check. Because we're going to have the rosebud hanging off as well. So, you know, do we need the circle overhanging? Because I feel like then what happens if you've got too many things hanging over, all that happens is your tag looks straight again, you know, because everything's hanging over there. So, yeah, from that point of view, I can't help but think actually it probably looks better without that overhanging. I have got this huge rose. Just check that I wouldn't prefer this on there. Oh, I might prefer it like that. That is gorgeous, isn't it? So let's just, again, ink that overhang part. I will try not to have the stalk overhanging because, you know, just like with that other flower, I feel like that would be a vulnerable patch because it's quite small. Okay. Right. Need to just focus a little bit. So it's going to overhang there. So yeah, want that sort of portion there, probably without the glue. So there we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, have that like that. Okay. Right. There we go, squish that down. And then we've got, oh look, I hadn't even inked the not the flower, the shoe. Honestly, forget my head if it wasn't screwed on. So yeah, we're going to have the shoe there, and the shoe's going to just be overhanging slightly like that. We could even have the shoe off at the bottom, but that's a bit weird. So yeah, we're going to have the shoe overhanging at the side. So again, oops, let me just double check. So the heel is, yeah, the heel is not hanging off. So we do want glue on the heel, and obviously the rest of the entire shoe. So like that. Okay. Like that. Okay. Oh my goodness, doesn't that tag look gorgeous? Absolutely scrummy and gorgeous, doesn't it? So let's just double check. I've got a label here. Do I want to have a label anywhere? No, it's beginning to get a bit cluttery, I think, if we have the label on there as well. I quite like the fact that we've just got those couple of spots of pink. That looks rather nice, doesn't it? Now, do we think this colour? Or do we think this more reddy shade? Or do we think lighter, go lighter? No, I don't think that's quite right. I think the darker is the good one. So, yep. Let's just get my crocodile. So I hope everyone is having a good day. Maybe you are doing some crafting. I hope you're having a nice time. It's quite a cold day here today. You can probably hear I've got my fan heater on in the room. But it's a nice day, but it's bright and sunny. Or it's, sorry, a cold day, but it's bright and sunny. So yeah, I mean, I'll take that over wet and drizzly and, you know, dark any day of the week. So yeah, it might be chilly, but it is actually quite lovely looking, which is always fine. Now, I'm wondering with this, do I want to have green? I feel like green would be a bit of a risky choice, but let's just have a look. I mean, I don't want that Christmas thing going on, and I say that all the time, but yeah, as soon as I see red and green, I'm like, oh, it's looking Christmassy. Is that looking Christmassy to anybody? What about this green? Some greens maybe look more Christmassy than others. I don't know whether that's a thing or not. Or maybe, you know, sometimes the shade with the other, you know, with the red looks more Christmassy. I'm not sure. Let's see. I feel like this one's sort of a safe green because it's not quite so bright. So it's looking a bit more subtle. Let's just tear this down. Okay. Let's tear it right the way along. So again, I can be completely generous with, you know, how much I'm going to be threading through. So, yep. Just poke that through there. Okay, I'll tie in a nice big bow, hopefully. I love the extravagance of, you know, the sari silk or ribbon or something like that. You know, they just sort of bring a touch of luxury, I think, to a tag, or a touch of, yeah, sort of extravagance, really, I suppose. And, oh my goodness, what's going on with my bow tying skills? That is not good, is it? Don't know what happened there. I think there's a lot of threads. So what happened was it got caught up in the threads. Right, let's try again. Try it again. Okay. Right. Oh my goodness. What on earth? What on earth? What on earth? Right. Oh, look at those threads. They're literally everywhere. No wonder I'm making a mess of tying the bow. They're really kind of in the way. Right, what do we think to that? I quite like it. So yeah, let's take the hot glue and just, you know, I like to just put a dab here. It just holds the bow in place and also holds it, you know, holds it closed, holds it done up, the bow, you know, otherwise the bow may come unraveled. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness, how pretty is this looking? Yeah, gorgeous. Right, should we do another one? Let's do another one. So now, do we want to do another one out of the collage masterboard, or are we being really boring? Perhaps we should do one from, I've got some tags here ready, you know, tag bases ready made. We could do something with perhaps one of those instead. Let me just pull some in. I've got quite a few. So yeah, let's just pick one that is going to complement, because obviously we are using the pink and reddy kind of coloured fussy cuts. So if it complements those, it would probably be a good thing, wouldn't it? I'm not sure that's going to. Right, hold on. Okay, right, let's have a quick look and see what we've got here left. So just move that sari silk out of the way. You know, we might have sari silk on these, we don't know yet. Let's just put that out the way so it's one less thing on the desk. Right, let's see. These are not going to be brilliant colour-wise, are they? Well, that's not too bad on there or on there. So, yeah, let's see what else we've got. Got another one of those windows. It's a slightly different window, but it's still from the Shabby Shutters kit. And that's quite nice on that one. I feel like this one is too small really to have things overhanging, so I'm going to get rid of that one, I think. You know, I think things would look pretty squished if they were overhanging. You know, the tag would become swamped very quickly. Let's just try the window on here. It's weird because I didn't think that window would look good on there at all, but it doesn't actually look too bad. What if we had something like that going on this tag? Actually, I'm thinking maybe not on that tag, but let's try it on one of these. What do we think to that stuff there? Quite like it. Don't think I'm going to be able to use this one, to be honest. Or that one, that's probably, again, it's another one that's too small. So let's just stick with these two, because otherwise I'm going to get sort of overwhelmed with my choices. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look gorgeous? Yeah. Oh my goodness, loving just how that looks already. Probably have to switch that round, otherwise the butterfly is kind of covering the shoe. It's always worth just playing around, isn't it, and checking that you've got things the way round that you like them. Right, I'm just going to ink a couple of these bits up because I feel a bit like until they're inked, I can't really judge quite how they're going to look. So let's just ink up the tag. Okay. Ink up the window. Now again, this window is going to be overhanging, so I need to need to ink up the overhang. So that's this portion here, like that. Okay. And just ink up here, like that. Okay. Right, so we've got the window overhanging. I mean, that looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Just double check. Or maybe better with this butterfly. So let's just ink that up. Again, just ink up the portion that's going to be hanging out to the side. Yeah, I quite like that. Now, do we want to have a label on here? Something like that. That label's just kind of breaking it up a little bit, isn't it? So I had better ink around this. This is kiss cut rather than fussy cut. So if ever I have kiss cut items, I do prefer them when I've inked them. Okay, let's just ink the back. That overhang portion. Right, so I'm just going to glue this down. Again, leaving that piece unglued the piece that's going to be overhanging. So like that. Okay. Okay. Right. That's that one. We are going to have the flowers and then the butterfly. I think like this. Now I'm just wondering, I might just tear that stalk off just so we don't have that hanging down. So yeah, like that, I think. Doesn't that look pretty? So yeah, let's glue this down. I'm just using my Anita's tacky glue for gluing all of these items down. Oh, do you know, for a minute I thought that I'd glued it the wrong way around. You know, where I'd left the space of the glue on this side. I thought, oh no, that is a mistake to make. But no, thankfully I had done it the right way around. And more luck than judgment, really. Right, so like that. Not sure that's quite the right label. I mean, to be honest, we don't even really need a label at all. Let me just ink. Have I inked this up? I'm not sure. Oh, this is so tricky. I don't know. Right, I definitely like the butterfly down on that side, so let's definitely get the butterfly down. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue the butterfly wing onto those flowers, just because it's overhanging in line with those flowers, and also then that strengthens that, you know, the overhanging pieces, doesn't it? Because of course they're double thickness now, which is all good. Right, let's look and see whether I've got anything else that I would like to glue down. And I could even cut out a bit of text, really. Shall I take that and cut that down? Oh gosh, I hope I don't regret this. So these are my little Paris note cards. Okay, let's take that down. Just ink this. Okay. I do love that, to be honest. I mean, it seems a bit of a strange choice, but I think it sort of needed something to break it up. So for me, that just is, you know, what it was crying out for, I think. So just pop this one down like that. Okay, and just a little bit of overhang on that side. So yeah, really, really nice, isn't it? Okay, what are we going to put in the top of this one? Are we going to have ribbon? Are we going to have sari silk? Are we going to have lace? And which colour? Which colour of any of those things are we going to have? Do we want an eyelet? Let's check the pinks. Oh yeah. Right, so we'll have a pink eyelet. Okay. Like that. Oh, come on. Like that. Okay. Oh, sure what colour are we going to have through here. I can't actually decide. Not even too sure what colours to pull in. I've got obviously the green that we just used. I'm feeling like, should we pull in green that's going to pick up the green from those leaves? We could try that, couldn't we? It's all just trial and error, you know. Sometimes you can pull in something, you know, and it be the most unexpected choice is the one that actually looks amazing, you know. So yeah, it's always worth trying everything. What do we think? Not sure that that's the case here when I say it's going to look amazing. It maybe is not the right choice. What about that green? Maybe green's not the right choice for this. Right, let me put this away. I wish I had some pale pink sari silk actually. I need to see if I can get hold of some. I mean, we could have the ivory. I feel a bit like that's perhaps a bit, you know, not dramatic enough. I mean, does everything have to be dramatic? Just now wondering whether I could have this along the bottom. No, definitely no. Right, getting rid of that green away from my desk because I keep pulling it in and then thinking, oh no, that's the wrong one. Let me just have a look. I mean, this is lilac, which I know sounds strange, but it may take on a sort of more pinky look if it was tied in through there. I feel like the sari silk's going to look a bit rubbish for some reason on this one. I don't know why that would be. Again, now wish I had some you know, pink organza. Oh, do you know, I'm just going to try this one and just see how it looks. I mean, it can only either look good or bad, can't it? So it's worth trying. Right, let's try that in. But yeah, definitely I love doing the big bows. I think they're, you know, very elegant and very, you know, kind of like quite sumptuous. Even if your tag's not really looking, you know, particularly sumptuous, I think the addition of like a big bow, it can just really change the whole thing. Yeah, like that. Okay, so let's just cut those, what I like to call the legs. So 1, 2. Oh my goodness. Right, let's now pop a little bit of glue, you know, just for the reasons like we said before, just to hold the bow in place and of course as well hold it together, hold it, you know, hold it fastened or done up so it's secure. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look gorgeous? Absolutely love it, love it, love it. Yeah, really love that. Right, have we got time for one more? I'm not sure how long I've even been filming for now, so let's see if I can do this one really, really quickly. So yes, less messing about from me. Right, now, just wondering whether we could do, oh, don't know what this is going to look like, but I thought, well, let's just try and use this up now. So yeah, got that there, put that down. So we can just have this sort of in the background somewhere. Okay, and then what do we think to the red boot? I don't know really whether that goes or not goes. Perhaps we should have the circle and what else? Have this. I mean, this is very lovely on there, isn't it? What if I have the little label poking out at the top? That there. Oops. flowers and things here. That's quite nice, isn't it? And it's quite strange because actually you don't have to use the same, you know, the same things. So, I mean, like that is completely different shades, isn't it? You know, but it still seems to work and look quite good. So let's just take this down, ink it up a bit. So what I might do on here is just put a little bit of, you know, paper torn down in the background. So if I just pull in this, or actually I've got some book page, just take in some book page. Okay. Right, let's just ink this up. Okay. Yeah, quite like how that looks. So let's just glue this down. Okay. Oops. So like that. Okay. Glue spreader. Just put that one down. Right. This is going to be overhanging off the page. So again, ink that up to, you know, what the part that's going to be hanging off. Right, we're going to have that there. Now, I don't think I want this one, but we'll just try it. Everything's always worth a try, I find, you know. You just sometimes, you know, you never know what's going to be the piece that you're going to love the most. I've got these ladies. Right. So we're going to have that now. Well, that's quite fun, actually. So again, it's more of that layering, you know, which is giving a sort of interesting look, you know, when you layer things, isn't it? It's, you know, pulling things out that sort of are unexpected, and they can just provide very interesting results. Oh, I quite like that. So yeah, we're going to have this little label portion that I took from that Paris note card. Oh my goodness, come on. Come on. Yep, like that. Really, really like this. I mean, that's so weird, isn't it? But it just looks really gorgeous on there. So yeah, glue that down there. Right, what I'm going to have to do is put this over here so as I know roughly where it needs to go. Okay, like that. Okie dokie. Just a dab of glue there at the edge, just to make sure that's glued down properly. Okay, and then this one here. So again, just, you know, up to that edge that's going to be overhanging. Whoops. Actually, do you know, I had some of my green fussy cuts left over from a different project, and what I should have done was pulled them in, and we could have done a mix and match, couldn't we? I forgot that I even had them sat on the desk. Oh well, next time we shall do something like that. Okay. So again here, I'm going to do like we did on that other one, where I'm just gluing the two bits together. So the two overhangy bits, putting them together. Okay, now, what was I thinking of having on this edge? Loving that. Let's just try this flower. Quite loving it like that. Oh, this is, oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? I'm liking it every way. Weirdly, I'm preferring the flower over the butterfly, which is very strange. Would not have thought that in a million years. Oh gosh, this is really tough. Or do I prefer it like that? I think, yeah, actually, I think like that. So again, just ink the back of the part that's going to be overhanging. Like that. Okay. Oh my goodness, look at what's going on here. Right. Oh, come on. And then this one, just again, just ink that flower from the reverse like that. Oh, right. I think right up there is nice. Now, do I want to have a label or anything? We'll just try the labels just in case. You know, just because obviously once we've glued it down, we're not going to be able to add the labels. So let's just try them now. I don't think so. And we could even have that there, I suppose. Yeah, weirdly, I mean, I wasn't thinking the label. And then you take it away and think, well, actually, it looks quite plain now. So maybe the label is a good idea after all. Oh, gosh. Right. Okay, like that. What do we think? With the label or without? I think the label does look good. So, yeah, let's finish it off with the label. Right, now, how are we going to finish this tag off? Do we think... Right, what colour eyelet do we think? That's the first thing. And then what... Oh, we might be able to use that lavender coloured ribbon again, actually. You know, being as this has got this purpley paint all over the base piece. So, right, let's try this. Oh, I'm thinking maybe gold. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look gorgeous? Right, put my eyelets away. Okay. Yeah, definitely, I think. So, yeah, let's go for the gold. So this is quite different, isn't it, with the gold? Oops. Oh, gosh, come on. Oh, my goodness, what is going on with me and that eyelet? I hadn't clamped it properly, I think. So, oh, sorry about this. I know I'm off screen, but... Well, I don't know what I've done there, but, yeah, I've not really clamped that shut properly. Honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I'm just terrible with my crocodile. I'm just doing it in my lap so that I can really squish it. It's really hard, so hopefully kind of really secure that in there properly. Right, okay. Yeah, I think maybe just that ribbon again. Oh, that's going to look gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah. That eyelet's very wobbly in there. Oh, I do make myself cross sometimes. Let me try and squish it in one more time because it's very annoying. Just going to try it with a different, you know, different setting. I don't know why it would suddenly require a different setting, but hey, sometimes I find that crocodile has a mind of its own, to be honest. So maybe today is one of those days. Right, let me just really squish it. Oh my goodness. Is that clamped it closed? No, it's still wobbly. Oh, that's really annoying. Now I've bent the eyelet, but still it's wobbly, so oh well. Right, okay, I'll just have to go for it. I mean, I think it is on there, but I don't know, you know, what was that about? I mean, it had worked with all those other ones and then just suddenly doesn't want to work with this one. I mean, it's very weird, isn't it? Very weird. You know, why would it suddenly not want to work suddenly? That's just really strange. Right, let's pop this through. Do a pretty bow on here. Okay, oops. There we go. Okay. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, and we'll just snip the ribbons. 1 and 2. Oh my goodness, isn't that a beautiful tag? I mean, it's super girly-ish, isn't it? And super sort of Cinderella-y, and yeah, very girly and pretty. But I mean, I love girly pretty things. So yeah, let's have a look at the ones that we've done. So we have done 4. So 1, 2, let's move this stuff out of the way so that you can see a bit better. So yeah, let's clear the decks. Right, we have done 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let me know which one is your favourite. Mine is definitely either this one or this one, I think. I do really love this one as well, I have to say. This one's my least favourite. Yeah, my least favourite one, that one. So let me know below, which one do you like the best? Yeah, hope you feel inspired. If you are missing your crafty mojo, I hope maybe this has kind of sparked a little bit of inspiration. I will try and remember to link the series of the Missing Mojo, or at least this video, you know, doing this particular project, if I remember. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic time if you make anything like this, and yeah, just enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much then. Bye.